What's your Thomas back with the retro reviews for the last review for the month of August on this channel. Sacrifice 2005, and why am I down here? Because I am not dealing with fucking heat, okay, up in my room, okay? That's probably why. Hopefully, September's coming up, and let's have some cool weather, please. But regardless, tomorrow and then Saturday will be the SmackDown before Bash in Berlin and the Bash in Berlin review. So get ready for those. August 14th in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. It has 9 official matches on the main card. And, yeah. Now, this show was 2 months before TNA went on to Spike TV because, short story for y'all, because TNA lost their TV deal with Fox Sports Net, and things are not going that horrible for them, unlike ECW in 2000. The less I say about their time on TV, the better. I mean, A&E did a biography on ECW. But there's a story going on from the pre-show for the main event, because Jeff Jarrett was placed in this predicament. If him and Rhino win the match in the main event, Jarrett will get the title match against Raven. But if Raven wins, Jarrett will not get another title opportunity for a full year. And how this is going to play out in the main event. Ha! By August 2006, oh yeah, Jeff Jarrett's world champion again. But we'll get spoil that, really. Regardless. First off, we get a 6-man tag team match between Chris Sabin, Shark Boy, and Sanjay Dutt defeats Eel Skipper, Simon Dunn, and David Young, the match for the Cavs Riders. Like, okay, and no, I can't take my eye off the Marky D references, okay? They were called the Diamonds in the Rough. Yeah. You know, it's just a weird opener, but it was just a weird opener, okay? It was a 4 out of 10, and there's that. Anyway, then Alex Shelley defeats Shocker, yeah, that guy, in a pretty decent match, I thought. It was a decent match. I give it a 6 out of 10. Anyways. Then we get Abyss defeating Lance Hoyt. This was right after Abyss had a world title match at No Surrender, which at some point I have to do that in Genesis 2005, because those are the only 2 I didn't review on the main channel, that is. But regardless. 2 big boys doing big boy things. That's what I like to see. Like Big Boy Braun and Bronson Reed on Raw. And yeah. Fun match. And there's that. 6.5 out of 10. Abyss will not be done on this show because he will play a role in the main event. Well, not really a role in the main event, but anyways. Then we get a tag team match with BG James as the special guest referee. This was mostly Kip James, the former Billy Gunn, and Conan feuding because of what happened when Kip James hit Conan with the steel chair that kayfabe concussed him, I believe. So there's that, Ron Killings and Conan defeats Kip James and Marty Brown. I think I'm looking at Marty Brown here in TNA, and then what WWE did to him 2 years later. Yeah, fuck that version. This was mostly linked to Kip James finally accepting, BG James offered to join the 3-letter crew into the 4-letter crew, and that led to Turning Point 2005, which, You know, I did that in my December theme reviews, which is going to be toned down to 4 this year. I hate to say it, but I have to do it. Anyways, it was just nothing of a match, really. 3 out of 10, I'll give it. Anyways. Then we had Christopher Daniels defeating Austin Aries. This was not for the X Division Championship. There was no title matches on this show, which, you know, like, good match, though, but so there's that. I think they... No, I didn't mention on the... It is not mentioned on the back. But regardless, still a good match. I give this a 7 out of 10, you know. Then we get Jerry Lynn defeating Sean Wolfman. This was a tease of Sean Wolfman turning heel from the tease at Slammiversary and then No Surrender, and now this was the match that officially turned him heel. Unfortunately, he wasn't around much longer. I think Final Resolution 2006 was the last match of this run until the Hogan days, of course. Jerry Lynn hadn't wrestled a match since 2004, so there's that. And the match was good. A 7 out of 10, I'll give it. And then afterwards, Shawn Wolfman completes the heel turn. Go after the injured tricep, I believe. Yeah. That was that. And this didn't last long, unfortunately. Anyways, then Team Canada, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and P. Williams in A1. Yeah. The most useless member of the faction, really. I mean, there were more worthless members of a faction. But yeah. Defeat America's Most Wanted and the Naturals. They botched it on the DVD back of it. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. But yeah. It was probably the worst of the night. 2 out of 10. I mean, yeah, we go from the worst of the night to the best match of the night. The 2005 Super X Cup Tournament Finals. Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles. I mean, what do you expect? Great match. Like, most of their matches, really. This led to Joe winning the tournament, but then this led to a 3-way at Unbreakable. The famous 3-way at Unbreakable. The one and only, which we'll see that by next year. And there's that. 9 out of 10, okay? Great match. And AJ did great with the David versus Goliath thing. Him and Rey Mysterio were the best ones to do David versus Goliath. But there's that. And then we get the main event. This tag team match. This is kind of like an ECW flavor to it, except it has Jeff Jarrett in it. And there are 2 stipulations in the match, which I already said. So it's basically do or die for Jeff Jarrett, which, spoiler alert, he and Rhino defeats Raven and Sabu. Rhino got the pin on Raven, so Jarrett will not get the title between an Unbreakable. Rhino did. This led to, that whole controversy in Canada. Like, Jesus Christ, how many times I can't get more controversial moments? Montreal? Like, seriously. This whole thing with Jarrett and Rhino didn't last long because Rhino went on to do a four-way feud at Bound for Glory with Jeff Hardy, who came back in this match trying to stop Jeff Jarrett from getting another title opportunity. Abyss came in this match, started the feud with him and Sabu, reunite the feud with Sabu, really. Of course, this is like an ECW match. Rhino and Sabu competed at the first one night stand. Here they are, like 2 months later, they're fighting again on another pay-per-view. So there's that. Rhino got the pin on Raven. He get the title between Unbreakable, which he lost. And the whole controversy in Canada moment with Jeff Jarrett winning the world title back from Raven and by turning heel at America's Most Wanted, because there's Jarrett come up to them, and that was a foreshadowing of what was going to happen here, because although Raven's title run was memorable, but the writing was on the wall for Jeff Jarrett to get the title back. It was a fun main event. An 8 out of 10 I'll give it. So I thought this was a good show. A good pay-per-view. I give it a 7 out of 10 for that. So join me next week. It's WCW in the 1998 calendar year for the month of September. Fall Brawl 98. Picture this. 3 teams of 3. For a chance to face the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. It's Diamond Dallas Page, the debut of Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper versus, for Team WCW, versus NWO Hollywood of Hollywood Hogan, Bret Hart, and Stevie Ray, versus the Wolfpack of Kevin Nash, Sting, and Lex Luger. Fall Brawl 98 War Games. Also, there was a incident with Chris Jericho and Goldberg that started their 5-year beef. Tune in next week for Fall Brawl 1998. And the Fate of the Flock on the line as well. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, click the notification bell, as well as my main channel also, so subscribe and click the notification bell on that one. So, there's that. And I'll see you next week for Fall Brawl 1998. Bye-bye.